Yeah. What up, my people? I go by the name T-Ram, aka the stylish rapper, aka Conshon, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You watching Davcadotv. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Aye.
Chief Justice Kakaye, Madame Tokonu say President Akuffo is a lawyer. Addo. Chief Justice Addo has not make This is the Chief Justice of Ghana. Madam Toko. Addo. Hey, Madam. A few way. Yango Maba Kwe, you never work with me. Madam Toko no akasabu bi entie. Me de kind of the actual that make I was say President Akuffo is a lawyer and a champion of justice, and his name is definitely, defiably hatched in the legal history of this country as the most distinguished legal practitioner. Say his belief in the rule of law has been evident during his tenure as president. Chief Justice. We are sure Chief Justice by most that was on a lighter side. I'm sure as a Chief Justice, you people said her just water before she spoke. I hope it was just pure water, wasn't anything. Chief Justice say, Nana do Akuffo a lawyer or a lawyer can see a penny and we are saying the Akuffo de a bin sida. Nana do Akuffo wants validation from the Chief Justice. And Madam Tokori never make Akuffo. The law so Madam Tokori is validating it for him. Above what to Akuffo. And the Chief Justice say, Akuffo de or exceptional, ne lawyer no a lawyer penny pa a we are singing sebio obia aginatum na eba nipa aya kebi mami kebi ene nipa ye sebio ye ball mo ho ban a Akuffo de odem sronko me sebo ye sure say pure water am serve mami no event na se aya the Chief Justice of Ghana asama wa kan no. Now is it not sad because when Akuffo hears her Akuffo will laugh. Yeah. So now Akuffo tells the Chief Justice the Casa where he will laugh. He will be like, Abai. Akuffo will say, Abai. I was the post the Maui. Are you coming to validate me? Nana do danko Akuffo. When you come to Ghana, you can't lawyer sir. Omedi Jumama or Manka say Juma Ekasaba Akuffo can he knows what to make a Chief Justice go so low to try and validate Akuffo the law or But I thought to say the Juma Nankasa and Nkebe selling no. Do we need a Chief Justice to go and mount a stage somewhere to come and justify Akuffo law? No. Chief Justice is trying to clean Akuffo up. And she cleaned Akuffo up in the bad way. You know why? Because in the first place, Nana Danko Akuffo became president, and the taxpayers' money, I see judges for Dino, Akuffo broke it down. That alone shows mentally he's not even supposed to be called a lawyer. The taxpayers' money, Akuffo broke it down to build something he thinks he has promised his God. That alone should tell you Akuffo he doesn't have that mental capability to be referred to as lawyer. I'm not even going to talk about Akuffo certification. How did we come so low for a Chief Justice to be doing PR work for a self-acclaimed lawyer without a certificate? How did we get here? So now a whole Chief Justice become a guru girl. Go and validate Akuffo. And the same thing like Gabriel Chidakon. Gabi is now looking for validation. After Nkwasiadia he has no respect on the streets of Ghana and even outside. You know, Gabriel Chidakon, after the foolishness, the corruption, the disgusting, proud nonsense they did, you see Gabriel Chidakon, after stealing all the money in Ghana, he still does not command any respect. Today, he wants validation into a event or maybe this financial day. He is forcing to get validation. But Pre-Kokoro Ghana knows Gabi is a filthy human being. And so, if we use our Chief Justice to be doing this Goro girl's job, there is a problem with the system. Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo till date cannot show us one person he went to law school with. Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo. Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo till date cannot tell us where his certification is. But the Chief Justice is bold enough to go and validate Akufo-Addo's credentials that are not. You see, they don't need validation because everybody knows Akufo-Addo is not a lawyer. Now ask yourself, what to make a Chief Justice go this slow? Because they say Akufo-Addo is a dying I'm a judge for. But Akufo-Addo be breaking a dying, you're the taxpayer CKC. So, Madam Tokonu, Akufo-Addo a bubu taxpayer dying, and a wasa tam taxpayer is dying. What makes Akufo-Addo? It makes him a fool. It's wasting the taxpayers' money. Wasting resource. So when you hear the Chief Justice do this Abronya kind of propaganda for Akufo-Addo, all because if Akufo-Addo is building houses for judges, does it make him a lawyer? An armed robber can build a church. It does not make him a holy man. And how do we reason as humans? Today we are validating crime. We are validating certificateless men and women. Today, the highest office in our judiciary has stood so low to the point where Akufo-Addo himself today, you the Chief Justice, when you tell him to show you his certificate, he cannot. So what is your basis for saying Akufo-Addo is an astute lawyer? Because you, Madam Tokonu, you can show me your certificate. Why can't he show us his certificate? And you know this. So why do you go ahead to go and do this foot soldier job? Is it your job to validate Akufo-Addo's certification? No. So you see, these things, it hurts. And with all due respect, the position you feel is a Ghana position. We all know that the Akufo-Addo created opportunity for your husband, which is fine. Your husband as a pharmacist, his company, his job collapsed. It is the Akufo-Addo who came in. They used government money to resource him. And he's also a Ghanaian. He can be helped. And we all don't have a problem with that. But do not drag the institution's name in the mud. Your job, there will never be a day a judge, a Supreme Court judge in Ghana will sit in public, in America, will sit in public and be praising the president. Never. Never. This is the lowest you have brought our judiciary. Akufo-Addo can build glass houses for judges. The Chief Justice is supposed to stay away from justifying or validating a man who has no certificate. Are you the Chief Justice right now? Today, if I tell you to justify Akufo-Addo, why he's a lawyer, how are you going to justify it? You're going to tell me that, oh, we all know he was in court talking. Haven't we seen imposters in court talking? Countless occasions we have caught people who are imposters pretending to be lawyers. The only thing that can make Akufo-Addo a legitimate lawyer is that he shows his certificate. We have lowered everything. How can a Chief Justice? So if Akufo-Addo has built houses for judges, does it make him a legitimate lawyer? Where are your facts? If today, Chief Justice, I see you right now, and I say, prove to me why Akufo-Addo is a lawyer, can you prove to me? It's a simple question. If I decide to sue you, the Chief Justice, for misleading Ghanaians, because majority, and I myself, I've gone to Colombia, I've gone to Kude Brothers, none of them, they were not able to show me one document that shows Akufo-Addo practice law in UK or in France. So today, if I see you, the Chief Justice, I see you right now, and I'm like, I want you to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Akufo-Addo is a legitimate lawyer. Can you prove it? But you will sit in court and be screaming at lawyers and intimidating lawyers because you think your chair is bigger than Ghana. That is the thing. That's our problem. So if today I decide to see you, if a Ghanaian gets up to see you, that Chief Justice, you have made a statement which is very, very problematic. We want you to justify what makes Akufo-Addo a legitimate lawyer. You will need to prove his certificate. Can you? That is why at your position, you don't do politics. You don't make such statements. White man will say these are what? These are, they call it, these are loose talks. These are loose statements. You don't do it. You might admire Akufo-Addo from afar. Maybe the way he conducted himself when he was a lawyer to you is the best. But you don't publicly sit there and make it look like Akufo-Addo is an exceptional lawyer, whilst you know he has no certification. It's you as the head of our law in Ghana. If I ask you to prove to me that Akuffo Addo is a legitimate lawyer, how are you going to prove it? Tahiru, don't disturb. Tahiru is insulting me. Why are you insulting me? I said that you are from Tumu. Get out. Don't call me. Don't text me. You see, and this is, thank you, Mr. S. This is a man who has come on national television to tell us that his certificate is missing till date. He has not been able to prove to us his certificate is here or there. And today, the Chief Justice of Ghana, because of petty politics, you are standing in front of the world telling us this guy is a lawyer. My law certificate is missing till date. This is 2013. Till date. Nana Dankwa Akuffo has not been able to tell us to go for the second copy of his certificate. From where? But we see a Chief Justice today, Ghana's Chief Justice, defending a criminal. That's what I'm saying. If I decide to sue you, Madam Tokonu, I decide to sue you, I want interpretation to your statement. Prove to me, as a Ghanaian, the taxpayer who has been taking care of you for some time now, why Akuffo Addo is a lawyer. Can you prove to me? Because Akuffo Addo just told us his certificate is missing. Can you force Akuffo Addo to go to his law school and bring the certificate? You are not acting like a Chief Justice. You are not. And it hurts because you are lowering that status there, the amount. I'm one person. When they chose you, I said, you could make a difference. Aish, and in your boy was far better. You have lowered that position. And I respect you a lot. But these things, you are not supposed to do it at time. You are supposed to live above this. Move beyond this, man. Mom, this is too low. You are doing party politics. This is very shameful. It hurts me to be using these kind of words, but you give us no option than to use these words. The man is saying he doesn't have a certificate. You are also sitting here telling the whole world that he's the best lawyer. So you as a judge, prove to me. Can you prove to me? So what makes our Supreme Court the creme de la creme? You are the captain of Ghana's law. You are the captain. And you are making such loose statements. These are loose statements. These are basically political statements you stay away from. And if they are not political statements, these are statements that comes with a lot of strings. They are very controversial statements. And as a Chief Justice, you stay away from controversial statements because you don't want anybody to doubt your thinking ability. There's a reason why senior judges, especially when it comes to the Supreme Court of America, they stay away from controversial issues because the statement you make when it's got to do with controversial issues, people can base on that to judge your level of intelligence. So when a Chief Justice who knows right, who knows that you need to be very, very factual and thoroughly right before you speak, because this has got to do with credentials. Every statement you make goes into the history books of Ghana. So how can a Chief Justice stand in public without having total facts to be defending a man who cannot produce a certificate? Hey, madam, that this embarrassment, it is going to follow you till you die. You need to correct this. I respect you a lot, but you need to correct this. So if you want to prove to us that basically, with all due respect, madam, if you want to prove to us that you are not a roadside judge, prove to us that Akuffo Addo is a real lawyer. If you're able to do that, then you are making a roadside judge statement. Don't let people doubt your intelligence. Do not give us the room to doubt your intelligence, madam. And I respect you, and I know you qualify to be where you are. But some of your utterances, you are making us doubt your intelligence when it comes to being consistent, and being non-partisan. These things are very important. And the last thing any young man, any young Ghanaian would do is to doubt the intelligence of their Chief Justice. It's the worst thing. We are not even supposed to be thinking that way because we should believe that our Chief Justice is the most intelligent person when it comes to law in Ghana. So when you give us room to doubt your intelligence, it, at the end of the day, discredits the judiciary itself. Can you, Madam Tokonu, prove to us that Akuffo Addo is a lawyer? Because I can't just walk to your court and tell you that John Mahama won the elections. I will have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. The way in 2020 you were expecting Asiedun Ketia and the NDC to prove beyond reasonable doubt, even though J. Mensah could have come within a statement, within a minute, she could have told us who won the election. You told the NDC to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Can you do that? Don't let us doubt your intelligence. Don't force us to start doubting how your intelligence, the level it is. Because to me, I will defend you anywhere I go. And I respect you fully. And your position, you deserve to be there. But don't let us think. Don't force us to start doubting your intelligence. Please, madam. And I'll be happy if someone could challenge you to tell Ghanaians why you think Akuffo is a legitimate lawyer. I will be happy if somebody challenges you. I will see how you will react and the kind of facts that you put out. Then we will know who knows the law and who is using the law to lie. That's all. So I'll be willing to support anyone who is willing to, basically, this is not against the Chief Justice. Any young lawyer who wants to basically test the law, I'll be willing to finance this. Just sue the Chief Justice. Please, madam, you made this statement, and the president is our president, and we want to make sure everything is put on record. Can you prove to us why you made this statement, why Akuffo is a legitimate lawyer? That's all. I want to see whether you throw it out or you try to prove to Ghanaians that you are not doing politics. That's all. If any young Ghanaian lawyer, young Ghanaian student wants to try this, I will support it. I will pay. Like, we just want you to prove to us that Akuffo is a legitimate lawyer. It is there that people will trust you or not. And please, madam, I love you. I respect you. Don't force us to doubt your intelligence. It's very bad. I will always try to protect you as the Chief Justice of Ghana. Do not force any Ghanaian to doubt your intelligence. The moment you start to question your intelligence, it means the judiciary is gone. Please, but do us some favor and prove to us that Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo is a legitimate lawyer, because he has told us he has no certificate. Thank you, madam.